Here we have the JSAUX RGB backplate for the Steam Deck. Opening the case, we can see it has RGBs on the side. Looks very similar to their previous models. And we have our accessory kit. And here is our main plate. Now this should be a fairly quick exchange. I've done this a couple times now. The only major difference with this one, other than the RGB, is the silicone that goes over the end of the joysticks. As you can see, it comes off fairly easily, fairly straightforward. And there we go. Here's the rear. Holding in the button turns those lights on. Unfortunately, I didn't get to turn on when I was doing this. You will see the colors at the rear of the video. Alright, moving this out of the way. And our SD card, which is not in the Steam Deck currently. We'll open up the accessory kit as well. The accessories that this one does come with is a couple of different rear buttons. A previous couple I've actually changed these out. On this one I'm not actually going to change them. I'm just going to leave on the default. In the box we have a few accessories included in here, so not just the rear buttons, but we've also got a USB-C to USB-A charging cable. We have our finger gloves, so not the full gloves, we've just got the ones for the tips of our fingers. We did see this on the last one. Here is our USB-C cable to USB-A. Very standard, straightforward. Alright, opening up the small place, we've got our screwdriver, our prying tool, spare sets of screws, as well as our finger gloves, and the additional pry tool which comes in handy. The screws cover the rear panels as well as the rear buttons. So there we go, plugged it in, it's charging. Did find it took a little bit of extra pressure just to get that charge in there while it was loose. It's charging while we do this. Pop these accessories and everything off to the side. Now opening up the screwdriver, sometimes they do come with a separate head. This one did not. And as I said, a couple of different screws that covers the rear paneling as well as the actual rear buttons. Alright, we'll grab our Steam Deck out. This has the mod case on it still. You can see our light above. Now I did get some screen wipes from JSAUX last time, and I'll just grab one out and give this screen a quick wipe over. Did have a little bit of trouble getting this one out. There we go. Just give it a quick once over. Just tidy up the fingerprints on the screen. Obviously manhandling it a little bit. As you can see, currently got the I believe it's actually called brown clear cover on there, but the mod case comes off fairly easily, so we'll just pry that off, get it R1, R2 buttons and L1, L2 buttons. There we go. Fairly straightforward. Pop that off to the side. That's our Steam Deck in its brown. Now I was playing Gunbrella previously, so I was gonna just quickly get to a save point, but did realise that once I dashed across this way, I'm actually in a boss battle, so I'm just gonna exit that. If we press the right button to start off with, power it down. Alrighty. Now that the deck is actually powered down, we're gonna pop the mod case front paneling back on there, just to try and prevent a bit of the wear and tear on the joysticks. Here we've got our 8 little screws that we're going to undo. Got 4 in the middle, 4 on the outside. We'll start at the top right. I'm just going to double check with this one. As I said, sometimes they do come with an excess second head on it, but this one does not. And I'll just double check in the rear of it. There's none in there either. Yeah, nothing in there, so. Alright, I'm going to pop this one back on. Screwdriver's back in place. And back into it. That's one screw out. It does have a little bit of a magnetic tip, so it does make it a little bit easier to get these screws out. The benefit of this screwdriver too is that top lid part that I pulled out before, it actually swivels around, so you can have a nice firm grip on the screws while removing them. I was going to go edges first and then move to the center, but I decided to actually just work my way right to left and just drop the screws so they're close by but in a convenient location. Now I'm doing all this recording using the lazy arm, which is also a JSAUX accessory. So I will be dropping a review for that as well, using that to hold my phone, to utilize it as a camera to record this. Almost there. Almost got all the screws out. We're looking pretty good so far. Alright, no threaded screws, so we're going to pop our little finger gloves on. Now there is 10 of these in total, so obviously 2 thumbs, 4 fingers on each hand. We've also got our cup of tea. Important whenever doing electronics to also have a cup of tea with you. Slips on nice and easy, as long as you're doing the right way. One size fits all, so no need to have a thumb or a finger. It's just one size for all. As you can see, they go on fairly easy. Pop them on the tip, roll them down, And that's us all done. Alright. Now, just grabbing our mod case out of the way, we're going to just grab our pry tool. We double check that we've got the SD card out this time. Don't need to break it again. One broken 128 gig card's enough. So we just get this top part apart. Get this other one in here just to get that little bit of spacing in there. And then with relative ease, she does just pull apart very easily. Get it around the side, and there you go, pop. So as you can see, this is the previous case. This is a transparent. It is the brown colouring. As you can see, fairly different shade compared to the other one. The other being the clear, but the clear has also got the RGB built in as well. So we're just going to move the Steam Deck out of the way so you can see them both side by side. Pop this one out of the way. We're going to peel off this sticker here, which is your thermopad, and I'm just going to use that to cover up the other one's thermopad so it doesn't stick to anything in the box. And pop that out of the way. Bring our Steam Deck back. Oh yeah, sorry. We were going to change out these pads, but I decided not to. It is a fairly simple task. 8 screws, 4 on each side. Just making sure this is unplugged. We hold this in, lights up. A variety of colours: rainbow, red, green, blue, purple, red again, and then rainbows again, obviously. Hold it in to turn it off, and now we're ready. Double checked everything's working. Get our Steam Deck lined up. Let's see, it go there in the top right hand corner is where your circuitry goes. There's nothing there to hinder its installation. Just line this on up. A little bit of firm pressure on it. There we go, all clicking back into place. Very easy. Pop it back on our mod case, just so we've got a little bit to stop those Joy-Cons from rolling around. Or joysticks, sorry. There we go, just making sure it's all locked down nice and firm before we do start putting our screws in. Now we've got our screws off to the side. We're going to start in the center and work our way out. Or we're going to start, no, we'll start on the outside first. Fairly simple. Righty tighty. Get it on in. Number 2. Again, just working from the right side all the way to the left, I believe. Get the little one done now. Don't need to over tighten them, don't need to strip the heads, just need it to work. Beautiful. Alright, we're almost there. Get the screw to actually hold onto the right spot. There we go, screw it on in. As you can see, the clear is a lot less dark than the brown. It does make seeing the circuitry a lot easier, but it also makes these RGB lights stand out a lot more. Last screw, we'll get this in. There we go. Nice and tight. Double check. hold this on, everything's still functioning. Obviously bashing the lazy arm, making it rock a little bit on our rocky table over here. Cycle through, everything's flashing nice and well. And holding it on, holding the button to turn it off. There we go. That's all done. Now, next step is our silicon covers. So nice and easy, they do just slide on over the side, pull it up over the joystick, give them a nice, and then they sit there nice and firm, no dramas. Power button's not covered up, speakers are looking right in the right spot. And I'll do the left hand side. A little bit hard when I'm trying not to drop the Steam Deck at the same time, but same process, get it over the joystick, slide it in. I did also have the question about these. The mod case does fit over it quite nicely, but the joysticks also do get full 100% movement, no blocking from the silicon grips, so it's looking very good. And that's it done, all done. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.